bringing you news and information from around the Pacific Command. This is your AFN Pacific Report.
Thanks for joining us on this edition of AFN Pacific Report. I'm Senior Airman Therese Garnier. Last Friday, Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel outlined a new plan that will reduce the U.S. footprint on the island of Okinawa, while ensuring an operationally effective U.S. presence in the region. The plan details every step needed for consolidating U.S. forces in Okinawa and gives condition-based dates for the return of land to the government of Japan. Once implemented, the plan will result in the return of about 2,500 acres of land now used by U.S. forces. The United States and Japan developed the plan as a key step forward in implementing the 2006 realignment roadmap. Combat arms instructors at Yokota Air Base serve an important role, ensuring that security forces can safely and accurately put lead on target.
The defense of Yokota Air Base rests squarely on the shoulders of the men and women of the 374th Security Forces Squadron. In order to ensure that they can accurately use their weapons when necessary, each member is required to go through CADM, the Combined Arms Training and Maintenance course. And it's up to the CADM instructors to ensure that their students know all aspects of their weapons.
For me personally, the most rewarding part of this job is seeing the shooters progress and become better shooters over the course of fire, seeing them be more comfortable behind their weapon. And I think that allows me to feel more safe that they're able to defend the base the way that they do.
Organized shooting practice helps the students gain a level of comfort and confidence. Then the instructors run them through a series of tests that mimic real-world situations each student could face on the job.
So when they're firing, we're testing them on their ability to fire with their gas masks, their ability to perform immediate actions when their weapon encounters a stoppage, marksmanship, and then some standing and moving as well when they're firing their weapon system.
Though each student handles their weapon on a daily basis as part of their security forces duty, the lessons from CADM still apply, no matter the amount of time spent on the job. The course takes students back to the basic principles of firing and maintaining their weapon while sharpening their skills. And by reinforcing the principles, CADM directly contributes to the mission of keeping Yokota safe. Seaman D'Artagnan Ratley, Yokota Air Base, Japan.
As is normal for assignment to the Korean Peninsula, airmen at Kunsan put themselves through a drill to ensure they know how to wear protective gear.
A nerve agent infects role players during Kunsan's base exercise. 8th Medical Group put on their decon suits and started the process of decontaminating the role players.
The decon suit is primarily when we have a large amount of patients that we have to decontaminate before we can provide them definitive medical care.
Training in the decon suits are not as uncomfortable as one may think.
It's a lot nicer than being in all this mop gear. You actually have air circulating through it, and you don't have to wear the flak vest, so it's a lot lighter. Sometimes in the summer times it's very hot in it, but altogether it's pretty nice. It familiarizes you with the suit, and you're more accustomed to wearing the battle gear.
So if contamination does happen, the 8th Medical Group are ready to fight. Specialist Sarah Herring, Kunsan Air Base, Korea.
A significant bit of military medical history has come to an end on the island of Okinawa. Lance Corporal Michael Lopez brings us the closing of a landmark institution.
Seen as a beacon for medical care in the Pacific Theater since 1958, this hospital is closing its doors after 55 years of dedicated service.
It has truly been an honor and a privilege to be part of the closing ceremony today, to also be part and to lead the effort to transition from Camp Lester to Camp Foster.
Captain Ayalawa also said the professional health care didn't just come from the building, it came from the expert medical staff that manned its halls.
And then I was so sad when the closing, the shutter was closing. Actually, my mother works here too. She works here 42 years and then she retired. And then I work here 30 years and then altogether 70 years. Many memories.
The building has a lot of memories. You know, when you look back to Vietnam War, to how many patients this facility actually provided care to.
Departmental reports indicate the facility is ready to be closed.
It's great to see it. I wanted my kids to be able to see something like this, the Navy history, when they close a ship up, and this hospital is still a ship.
With this location officially closed, the new Naval Hospital on Camp Foster has taken the lead in treating patients. Marine Corporal Michael Lopez, Camp Lester, Japan.
Navy Seabees have a well-earned reputation of being able to operate in some challenging environments, and it's that storied history that helps attract some sailors to the career field.
Seabees, like those in Naval Mobile Construction Battalion 5, are deployed all over the world from battle zones in Afghanistan to bases like Fleet Activity Sasebo in Japan, and because of this, they receive a unique experience in the military.
A favorite part about being a Seabee is probably deployment. I get to travel a lot, get to see a lot of different locations, and it's not like being on a ship or in some other kind of branch where that's all you do. You get to experience a little bit of everything.
There are many motivations for making the choice to become a Seabee. For some, it's what they'll have the opportunity to do. For others, it's what Seabees in the past have already done.
I used to be really into American history, and I always read about the Seabees, hearing about the things they did, where they're forward deployed with the Marines and other joint task force, and the job that they did, building all over the world, sometimes in a contingency environment or in a peacetime, helping with public relations. And I like that we get to do both sides of that.
No matter where the Seabees are, their work is important to them, and when something goes wrong during a build, they must fine-tune the job until it is corrected.
With every project that you go on to and every project that we built, there's always going to be stuff that doesn't always fit or doesn't always go together as it's supposed to. So we kind of have to field, adjust, and make our own improvements to make the building better or to make something more structurally sound.
Holding tight to tradition and pride in their work, Seabees, like those in NMCB 5, show their can-do attitude. Petty Officer Greg House, Fleet Activity Sasebo, Japan.
Coming up, Marine spouses get a taste of what life is like for a devil dog. But first, let's take a look around the Pacific Command in today's Snapshots.
The commander of U.S. Army Garrison Yongsong visits the National Museum of Korea during a cultural exchange. Corpsmen place a simulated casualty onto a stretcher during medical training at Camp Foster, Okinawa. The 374th Airlift Wing Commander reads to children at Yokota Air Base during the Month of the Military Child. And that's a look around the Pacific Command in today's Snapshots.
You hear it time and again from leaders at all levels. Military spouses play a key role in the military being able to accomplish its mission. Like their uniformed husband or wife, a military spouse has to know how to navigate and deal with the military system, and that takes practice.
Be compatible. About 10 Area 1 spouses listen closely to instructors about lessons on overcoming challenges that come with the military lifestyle at the Camp Casey Army Community Service Center. Christina Hawkes hopes these lessons will help her 22-year-old daughter Alexandra when she gets married later this year.
I thought that this could be a great experience for me to be a better spouse, and since I've seen my mom do it her whole life, married to a service member, I wanted to know how to be better like she is.
The mom and daughter team, along with the rest of the spouses, learn about themselves, their character, and share past experiences with each other. The week-long course covers self-regulation, strengthen character, and reinforces unique bonds.
It's going to help us even more now because both of us are going to relate about being in the military, and it's going to maybe get us a little bit closer than we are.
Definitely, it's going to help me have a closer relationship with her since we both know the terminology and we both know now our strengths and how we are compatible and how we can each feed off each other to be better.
Even though this class is aimed at spouses, the lessons strengthen and help the whole military family unit. AFN intern Larissa Krenzer, Camp Casey, Korea.
Speaking of military spouses, a group of them at Camp Futemna spent a day walking in their partner's boots, so to speak.
The spouses of Marine Aircraft Group 36 participated in a Jane Wayne Day event that gave them the opportunity to spend the day in their loved one's shoes.
I had a chance to roam around and speak with a lot of the groups as they went through the stations. I got a lot of positive remarks. Many of the spouses told me how they wish there was a little more time at each station, so we might have to make this a little bit longer in years to come. But overall, I think this event was very well received by the participants.
The positive remarks were not only coming from the joy of learning something new, but also from the excitement of reliving their past, because some of the spouses are former Marines themselves.
Oh, it healed my heart. Absolutely healed my heart. It's so nice to come back and just just do Marine things, like especially shooting weapons and getting in the simulator. It was nice to come back to it.
After the event was over, the participants were able to go home with new experiences and knowledge about their spouse's job and better understand what they do to serve their country. Lance Corporal Brandon Sewer, Marine Corps Air Station Futenma, Japan.
Roller derby continues to grow in popularity at military installations around the Pacific. For a team at Misawa Air Base, this contact sport offers a way to get to know their neighbors while relieving some stress.
Roller derby, a contact sport not for the faint of heart. A group of tough women get together 3 times a week to run drills and jam together.
It's kind of hard to make a lot of good female friends, just maybe the cattiness or something like that, but we all come from different backgrounds, active duty, anything like that, and we all just want to come together and skate, and we all enjoy the sport. So I think just hanging out with a bunch of awesome girls and just skating and having a good time, and all we talk about is derby all the time. It's great. I love it.
I have stress. I have 3 kids going through puberty right now, so they're like double digits. So this is mommy's way to skate it out.
Petty Officer Lisa Reese, Misawa Air Base, Japan.
That's it for this newscast. From all of us here at AFM Pacific, thanks for watching.